Okay, so we're going to go ahead and graph systems of inequalities, which are two or more inequalities graphed on the same graph. So let me go ahead and graph the first system, or the first inequality. The y-intercept is -5. The slope is 1. Up 1 over 1. I'm going to go ahead and graph this. Since it's greater than or equal to, it will be a solid line. Then I'm going to go ahead and shade these in yellow. This is greater than, so I'm going to go up from my y-intercept. So I'm going to go back to my line and shade all the values that are greater than the line. For the second inequality, the y-intercept is 3. The slope is -2, down 2 over 1. This line will be dashed because it's just greater than. And this says greater than, so I'm going to shade up from the y-intercept. Go to the y-intercept, and I'm going to go ahead and shade up from the line, like so. All right, so as you see, these are all the solutions that are to one inequality. These are all the solutions to the other. And this overlapped area is the solutions to both. So anything that's in here is the solutions to the entire system of inequalities. So let's go ahead and list two. One of the coordinates in there is, like, let's say this coordinate here. This is 1, 2, 3, 0. Is a solution, and so is that point there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. This is a solution because it's on the line of solutions. Okay. Two non-solutions, that's anything that's not in the shaded region. So for example, this point here is not a solution. 2, 3, 4, 5, -5, 1, 2, 3. It might be a solution to the yellow one, but it's not a solution to the blue one, so it's not a solution to the system. Another one could be, say, this point here. This is the point 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -6. This one is actually a solution to neither. It doesn't make this one true, and it also doesn't make that one true. I'm going to go ahead and just test these two to show you. So let's test the solutions. Y is greater than or equal to -5 at 3, 0. 3 goes in for x. 0 goes in for y. 3 minus 5 is -2. 0 is greater than or equal to -2. That is true. Go ahead and test in the second inequality. At 3, 0. 3 goes in for x. 0 goes in for y. 0 is greater than -3. That is also true. Since it makes both true, 3, 0 is a solution. Test the non-solution, -5, 3. So y is greater than or equal to x minus 5 at -5, 3. -5 goes in for x. 3 goes in for y. -5 minus 5 is -10. 3 is greater than or equal to -10. That's true, which makes sense because this point is in the yellow region. That was the yellow equation. Inequality, sorry. Test y is greater than -2x plus 3 at -5, 3. -5 goes in for x. 3 goes in, 3 goes in for y. Simplify. That's 10. So 3 is greater than 13. 3 is so not greater than 13. So negative 5, 3 is not a solution. Because it might have made one true, but it didn't make both true, so it's not a solution to the system. Okay? If you want to read what I wrote for this, you can take a look online at the answer key. But let's go ahead and graph one more just for practice. I'm going to go and graph the solutions to the first one in yellow. I'll graph the solutions to the second one in blue. So the y-intercept is 3. Slope is 1 over 2. Rise 1, run 2. This is going to be a dashed line because it's not equal to it. Then this is y is less than x, so I'll shade down from the y-intercept. Go back to my line, shade down. Second one, minus 1 is the y-intercept. The slope is 3 over 2, so I rise 3, run 2. Down 3, back 2. This will be a solid line because it's greater than or equal to, so it can equal the line. Then I'll go to my y-intercept and I'll shade greater than the line, so I will shade up. I'm going to go ahead and shade up from the line. So the place where they overlap is everything in here. This is the intersection. Is 0, 0 a solution? Well, yes, it is, because it's in the solution area. Is 0, 5 a solution? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might make the blue one true, but it doesn't make the yellow one true, so it's not a solution. 4, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. It makes the yellow one true, but it doesn't make the blue one true, so this is not a solution. Negative 2, 2. That's a great question. This is on a dashed line near the solution region, so this means that the line is not included. Therefore, this is not a solution.